penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Miami Dolphins. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Henry.
And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. Our game here, the first of 3 on this Christmas Day. Merry Christmas, happy holidays to everybody. And remember, you got 2 more after this. We're followed here by the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then tonight, a good one out in the desert, the Bucs and Cards from Glendale.
Going for the deep ball. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
To throw is Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
They'll go with Jones. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So just shy of midfield. They tried it. Didn't work out. What did you think?
I thought that they should have punted the ball away. Should have gotten rid of it and played defense with better field position. Look, I'm as aggressive as anyone wanting to go for it on offense, but in this situation, it doesn't.
First half.
I don't know that there's any risk. I mean, what's the reward for your risk here? I would not have done that. My only explanation is this coach, he may want to be up here in the booth with us. We may have a 3-man booth starting next week if he keeps up with those decisions.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. He'll drop to throw. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
They'll set up a throw.
This will go to Henry out wide. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. The Dolphins at 11-3 on the year. Well, they've gone a full couple of months now since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And we always talk about how a team has to play complementary football in order to really be a good squad. But I think in this league, if your offense isn't playing really well as this one is, you're not going to run off this kind of a streak.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Red cycle. Edo blue. Green back.
They'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And the Packers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
And, Charles, you think about this offense, and it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0, looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time sharing, some time on the bench, just to rest. How do you approach the rest of this regular season?
I'm telling you, you don't ask the easy stuff, do you? I mean, you created a heck of a situation there, and actually you didn't create it. You presented it, and you're exactly right. It is tricky because your eye has to be on the ultimate prize, which is the Super Bowl. That's paramount. But at the same time, how much fun would it be to go down as one of the all-time great teams and join the 1972 Dolphins as the only undefeated team to win a Super Bowl?
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Throwing is Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Mike Evans. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Packers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
Ready, set.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey already? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. A first down carry for Henry.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
Wait.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and now they're staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Out to the right here to Wilson.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Drill 52.
They'll try to run for it with Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
Finding space at the 40.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Now a first down carry by Jones. And some room to work. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Packers.
Aaron Jones with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Packers 14, Dolphins 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Fields it right around the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. They go play action here on first down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes, because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
And he was able to shed one tackle, but could not get away from there.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
Let's go now.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. When the guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Open man is Waddle, complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. He'll look to throw. And Wilson with it, complete.
And he will have a Dolphins first down as the defense nowhere to be found there. A gain of 20 on fourth down.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Back to throw again. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The kick by Sanders is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to win that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
In motion right is Evans. A final shot before half for Rodgers. He's going to go up top again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime here. Charles has already thrown off his headset. He's out here. He says, it's Christmas Day. I'm going home. We're not done yet, though. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and that will force a turnover on downs. So nursing a slim lead, and that is the opposite of protecting that slim lead.
All I can think here is that head coach, he knows more about what's going on with his team than we do. He must know something's up. Either he has trouble with his punter, right? He's worried about his defense. There's an explanation in there that we're going to ask for after the game, because in this situation, I wouldn't have done that in normal circumstances, but maybe he thought my best opportunity is with my offense.
Yeah, interesting. Back in their own territory. Now we'll see what transpires. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. Again, it's Henry. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 19-yard line. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Henry running right. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Wilson's got it complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Touchdown, Dolphins! Derrick Henry, a 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 17-14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Charles, we'll see how this offense responds. Remember, the last time they were out, they went for it on 4th down, did not get it, and that led to a touchdown on the other side. So they need a response here.
They certainly do, and I just have a question for you. You think that was a gut feel, or was that analytics that came into play there deciding to go for it on 4th down?
That felt like gut to me. What about you?
Yeah, absolutely, because the way it backfired, where they are in the game, all those things, that didn't feel like an analytics call. It certainly felt like, hey, I feel like we can get this right now. And unfortunately, it didn't work out for them.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Jones. It's a room to maneuver. There's a nice move. And they do finally get him at the 12.
137 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now a jet sweep. This is Evans with it. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. This is caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. Mike Evans with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Packers have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead.
Dolphins 17. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Taken at the goal line.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They'll set up to throw. Going up top. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Caught. It's Wilson.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. Touchdown! Derrick Henry. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Dolphins answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
On play action, Rodgers.
That's taken in by the tight end, Josiah DeGuara.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Packers.
Christian Watson.
49 yards.
And the Packers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Dolphins 24. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Rashawn Gary, the man to bring him down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Go. Watch out now. 50 Fury.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. With his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Dolphins use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Rodgers going to throw. Forced out to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Now Rodgers, gotta have this one.
Got his man, it's Bo Melton. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Rodgers to throw. Able to find Jones. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
Back to throw, Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Oh, he's got a little daylight.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
Add that one to the good run tally right there. He's been strong throughout this game, and there's no reason to suggest he's going to slow down in the fourth quarter at all. And that's exactly what they need him to do. Keep churning out first downs.
Now Rodgers. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Up the middle, Jones. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. To throw is Rodgers. Steps away to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. He's back to throw. Well, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. Bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. So they were in field goal range, a chance to get this one to OT. Got a little greedy going for the win, cost him the game.
Not just a little greedy, now a little lost because of what ended up happening. Just what you stated there, they're in field goal range. Instead of getting conservative,